Good morning. This is a surprise live. I don't normally, everybody thinks I'm not going live on Friday. So I am going to take a few minutes to allow people to get on. So if you're catching the replay, you know what's going on. So just bear with me. I'm getting ready because I have to go somewhere this morning. Kayla's going to do the tour today. Good morning, Kasami. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to let people join. Everybody's from YouTube, so Facebook people haven't joined yet. So let's just give them a few minutes. What are y'all doing? Yesterday, the whole entire day, I kept thinking it was Sunday, and I feel like today's Monday, and I feel so backwards. Oh, Chris, I should have messaged you. I just feel like everything's backwards. I had to get Shane to go let the animals out so I could get ready because I've got to go. I have an appointment with my CPA this morning to go over my tax stuff for Sneed's Farmhouse. That's always fun. That's always fun. Don't y'all hate tax stuff? There are some Facebook people joining now. So I have a question. Well, let me let people join. I can't see. Yeah, it's important to make sure that I'm doing all my taxes correctly, considering I'm a nonprofit. And I have this notebook that I write everything in because, it's always, good to do everything on the computer, electronic, because it's easier and all that stuff. But when you're my age and you were brought up with no computer, you were brought up with a notebook, it's like you're like, I better do both. I better do it on the computer and I better do it in writing just in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? So uh I have a backup for my notebook as well because it's not that I don't trust the computer. I guess I don't trust the computer. It's just, when it comes to something important like taxes, I just feel like you always need a paper trail. Just saying. Just saying. Because you never know. A lady, I think I may have told y'all this. A lady that doesn't know who I am, that formed an opinion about me without knowing who I am, she was convinced that my animals were mistreated. And this all came from the two-headed calf that was in Dee Dee's belly. You know how everyone, if you don't know, if you just joined me and you don't know who I am, 2 months ago, a video went viral and I labeled the video two-headed cow. And I did a video and it said, oh my God, because Dee Dee was sitting down. She was about to have birth any day now. There was pressure at her tail end because she was rather large. Okay. And so I said, there's about to be a two-headed cow, meaning Dee Dee's head and a baby was about to pop out. I was kidding. Did I ever think that video would go viral and I would get the crap, like people just chewing me out because they thought there was a two-headed calf in Dee Dee? No. I was being silly and said there's about to be a two-headed cow. I was being silly. I mean, it's just who I am. Well, this lady from New York that has never been to my farm, that that found me through that video was convinced that I don't take care of my animals. I had dead rabbits. My alpacas were malnutritioned. And she called animal control. She called the Better Business Bureau. And she called the IRS. She doesn't know me. She's never been to my farm. And so I had to call a lawyer, and I've not really talked about it much, but I have since blocked her. And she didn't only bug me on Facebook, but then she went to my YouTube page and began to make rude comments there. And so, you know, as a person that cares, I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. And I called the lawyer and I was like, is there anything that I'm doing wrong? Like, what the heck? Like, make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. And he looked at because this is what happens. When they see Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary, I wished I did not put sanctuary on the back of my Sneed's Farmhouse. And I have been debating a lot about changing that because people think I'm an animal sanctuary, as in I do nothing but rescue animals. And that is not what I do. As a matter of fact, I have 2 mini Herefords that are registered. You know, they're not rescues. Like, mini Herefords are very expensive. So, like, people see the word sanctuary and they automatically assume that I am a sanctuary, as in I do nothing but rescue animals all the time. And that is not the case. I put the word sanctuary at the end of Sneed's Farmhouse because my animals rescue human beings. I focus on mental health on my farm. I focus on getting people into the moment, and my animals allow people to get into the moment. It's a headache, but what happens is all the time, people think I'm an animal rescue and they call me to rescue animals, and I can't. I don't have a big enough place. I mean, there's been many a times that, I'm about to put lip liner on my eyes because I'm not paying attention. Many a times, you know, I have rescued animals. Like, I went and tried to rescue, you know, wattles at the lake, because my heart, when you have a farm, whether you're a sanctuary or not, you end up rescuing an animal that you do, because when you have a farm, people all the time send you message, hey, I have this pig, hey, I have this duck that I can no longer take care of. You get that all the time. And I get it a lot. And I'm full. Like, I am full. There's no more animals that can come to my farm. I am full. And hang on. But my heart is to help animals. So when someone calls me about an animal, I do have a large platform that I can say, hey, this pig needs help. Reach out to me if you've been looking for a pig, and you know, I can kind of like interview the person to make sure the pig has a good home. So I can do that. I can place an animal, but I'm not a rescue. I'm not an animal rescue. And a sanctuary to me is, when I hear the word sanctuary, I think of church. Like, I think of a holy place. I think of a place of rescue. That's what I think when I hear the word sanctuary. Because sanctuary can mean multiple things, you know, or can have multiple meanings behind the word sanctuary. So this chickie mama thought Dee Dee was pregnant with a 2-headed calf, and she decided that I didn't call a vet. I'm like, Do you have any clue at the end of the year how much I spend in vet bills? And it's just like people make assumptions and then they just go crazy. And you start calling the Better Business Bureau and Animal Control and the IRS because she's made the assumption that I don't have a vet. And so therefore, when that happens, guess what? Guess what? I have to take time out of my day to handle all this because I had the cops pulling in my driveway and I had to go show the cop around, show him my bunnies aren't dead and my alpacas just had a bougie haircut that I spent $600 on. And the funny thing is, I told you this before, but animal control knows who I am. I work with them. So when they pulled in the driveway, I'm like, he's like, I have to do it. I have to walk around because it was an emergency call that your animals are not being seen by a vet. And he had to call my vet. My vet was like, she uses me all the time. As a matter of fact, my vet was here yesterday. No, Wednesday. He was here because of Leroy. Leroy has been having some ear issues. But just like I said in the video, I'm like, as soon as I call the vet, he'll be fine. And he was. Got the vet out here, and the vet couldn't find anything wrong with his ear. So it was either healed or maybe he was shooing flies off, and I thought he was, but he had his ears back. Like, I know something was wrong with his ears. I'm not even going to say that about flies. But he was fine. But I went ahead, since the vet was here, I went ahead and got Skipper's ear tattooed. Skipper is a registered Hereford Mini. So when you have a registered animal, you have to tattoo their ear to prove their identity. So I'm like, while you're here, go ahead and tattoo Skipper's ear. And then I have this chicken that has a bumblefoot. I can listen. In the past, I tell y'all this, but when it comes to chickens, I feel very confident. I feel very, very confident. I've had chickens long enough to know what I'm doing. And I have always been able to treat bumblefoot. I can't get this chicken better to save my daggum life. So when the vet was here, I had him look at her foot, and he put a shot of penicillin in her foot, hoping that it would get better. But yesterday, I will say she was more active yesterday. But that foot still looks terrible, and she's limping. But she was more active, and her comb, you know, you can tell if a chicken's sick by the color of their comb. And I could tell that she was doing better because her comb was more, it had more color in it. So hopefully in the next couple of days, I'm drinking coffee this morning because I woke up late. But she seems to be a little better. So yesterday, Shane comes running in the house. The neighbor's dog's out. And the dog, they have a bunch of Siberian Huskies. And multiple times they have come to Sneed's farmhouse on my property and killed my chickens. And it drives me crazy. And yesterday, the dog was out. Well, every night at dawn, the peacocks jump the fence and go visit. Okay, how can I get mad at my neighbor for her dog being out when my peacocks go roaming? You know what I'm saying? The only difference is my peacocks don't kill animals. They just go visit. But the dog kills animals. So I am next week, the lady that's building my coops, she's building the jail cell next week. So I should get the jail cell next weekend. The next thing on my list is a peacock enclosure because I can't sit here and get mad at my neighbor when my animals get out too. Now, again, my animals don't go on a killing spree, but they do go in people's yards. They do. Just the peacocks. Now, the chickens sometimes get out, but I can't get mad. I can't. Like, but I am. But I can't. You know, so yesterday, Shane was like, the dog's out. Well, it was at dawn, and my peacocks were wanting to go over they just what they do is right before bed, they jump the fence, they make the same little trail, and then they hop back over the fence on my property, and then they go to bed. They do it every night. I don't know why. But after this jail cell, I said, we have got to build a peacock enclosure like ASAP. ASAP. I've got to. And I really hate it because I love for my animals to free range. I love it. I love my peacocks to be walking around strutting and not locked up in a fence. I love that. But when my animals jump the fence and go to the neighbors, then I'm responsible for that, right? So I have to put them in an enclosure, and they're going to be sad, I think, because they have free range their entire life. But yesterday when Shane said that, I had to run out there and get all the peacocks locked into the run because I was scared they were going to go over the fence and that Siberian Husky was going to kill them. So I did. I got them all in the fence, secured, and nothing happened. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, I need help with something. So yesterday, oh Lord, Shane's texted me. Was he texting? Oh, can I tell you, he drives me crazy. This is him. This morning I said, hey, will you go let all the animals out while I get ready? And he says, no. That's what he says. No. Mm-mm. And I've been with him for 9 years. So when he says no, that doesn't mean no. He's just being a butthole. He's being a smarty pants. So it took me a minute to learn that everything that Shane says, he means the opposite. And a lot of times I get my feelings hurt because when I say, well, you go let the animal, no, I'm not letting the animals out. You go do it. That's what he says. And I used to get my feelings hurt and go, God, he won't help me with nothing. And then I'd go outside and either A, he's already done it. And I'm like, why do you say no? And then I go get dressed to go out there to let the animals out. And then when I get out there, you've already done it. And then I didn't get ready because you said no. He's straight up a weirdo. So I've learned, you know how I tell you about the word pause? I've learned to say what I need. Shane, will you go let the animals out? And then I have to pause. He's going to say no. And then in 5 minutes, he's going to walk out the door and go do it. So I've learned that when I ask Shane for something, he always says no. I don't know. It's like, and I tried to sit him down and go, listen, dude, let me explain something. You're a weirdo and you say no every time. And what I need to hear is, hey, Shane, will you let the animals out while I get ready? Sure. Sure. That's what I need. Sure. When you, and what happens is when he says no, I never know if he means it or he doesn't mean it. So you know what I do? I just freaking do it. Just like, I don't know if he's serious or not, but I'm just going to do it. You know, like I've gotten where I don't know why he does that. I think Shane is a kidder. Shane kids a lot. And I think he just says no because he's kidding. Like, trying to be smarty pants because he's kidding. And then it depends on what mood I'm in, whether I take him serious or not. So, anyway, I've learned to go ask and then pause. Ask and then pause and then see if he does it. And this morning I asked. He said no. He said no multiple times because I was needing to know for sure whether he was going to go let the animals out. And he would not say that. He would say no. I said, Shane, really, are you going, will you go let the, no, I'm not doing it. He says that. And then he gets on the phone with his dad and I'm going, do I need to get ready or do I need to go let the animals out? Because I'm not sure. And then I've learned, pause. And then he walks out the door and I get a text message, all your animals are out. Boys are weird. Strange. Very strange. So I've learned, when we live with someone, we have to learn their quirky ways. Because I'm sure if he was live right now, he would say, what would he say? If Shane was a creator and he was talking about mental health, what would he say about me? I'm trying to think of things I hear all the time. You take things way too serious. My wife takes things way too serious. And then he would say, what would he say? He would say, I have told Judy 854 times to throw her bottle caps away. And for some reason, that joker cannot throw her bottle caps away. I have told her multiple times how much it drives me crazy that she leaves bottle caps all over the yard, all over the house, everywhere she lands, there's a bottle cap. And that joker will not value what I think drives me crazy. She won't fix it. That would be one thing that he would say for sure. And he's right. He's right. Kayla notices it too. I drink a lot. I drink a lot of water. I used to drink Diet Coke. I'm still good. But see, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, I'd probably be better off to go back to Coke Zero in Shane's eyes because it doesn't have a bottle cap. And I'm not going to leave a Coke Zero all over the place. I'm going to throw it in the trash because it's a can. But those waters, and now that I'm only drinking water, I'm a total train wreck. Like and I try to be mindful that I'm driving him crazy. But I can't remember. I cannot remember to throw the bottle caps away because generally when I grab a water, I'm getting in the side-by-side. So there's like 500 bottle caps in the side-by-side, or it's out in the sink in my farm because when I take the water to the farm, I just put the bottle cap in the sink because I have good intentions. I have good intentions of throwing it away. Like my heart is in the right place. Okay. My heart is there because I'm trying to be mindful that I drive Shane crazy with the bottle caps. But so I do have really good intentions of throwing it away. And eventually I do throw it away when there's so many when there's so many bottle caps in the side by side that I can't put my drink in the drink container. At that point, I'm like, I better throw these away because there'll be like 10 in there and then I can't put my drink in there. So at that point, I do throw them away. I collect them before I throw them away. It's just, Mhm. Okay, this is what I need help with. Shane could figure this out, but he's not in here. I am not a math person, okay? I am not. I am not, okay? In college, when I took math, I had a tutor to get me through math classes because that finite math, I don't know if y'all ever took finite math in college, but it nearly killed me. I shed many of tears over finite math because I could not figure it out. So anyway, oh no, is it thundering? I have a tour this morning. I thought I heard it thunder. It's supposed to rain off and on today. Uh, I do hear thunder. Um, anyway, okay. I ordered groceries for the first time from Kroger because if you the first two orders, they take $25 off. And I always see Kroger vans going up and down the street. So I was like, I normally order Walmart delivery, but Kroger uses Instacart. So I thought, okay, I'll try it. Because people brag about Kroger's a grocery store. People brag about Kroger's prices all the time to me. And I think I've been in Kroger one time in my life. And Kroger is in Decatur, which is about 30 minutes from me. So I'm not shopping at Kroger. I'm not driving 30 minutes to go to the grocery store when there's a Publix and a Walmart right up the street. But I decided to give them the opportunity because my neighbor is so good about telling me where drinks are on sale. So she said, Judy, you need to go to Kroger. The drinks are buy two, get three free, like, sodas. And I have in my garage, I have this big, it looks like a convenience store refrigerator where you hold drinks. I have one of those. So often I have to go replenish that because people that do tours and field trips and stuff buy drinks. Okay. So anyway, I go online to order groceries. And when I went online, it said the soft drinks were buy two, get two free, which is still a killer deal. So bought, I did not buy Coke Zero. I bought these for Shane per se. I bought two Dr. Peppers. I put 4 in my cart. Buy two, get two free. And then Mountain Dews, I put 4 in my cart. Buy two, get two free. Okay, bear with me, you mathematicians. Okay. So buy two, when the groceries got here, they sent 4 Mountain Dews and 4 Dr. Peppers. Well, when I was looking at my receipt, the receipt said buy two, get 3 free. But that's not what it said online. So therefore, because I didn't get 5 Dr. Peppers, which is buy two, get 3 free, and 5 Mountain Dews, they charged me $9.99 because I didn't get the right amount. And I was like, $9.99 per case of drinks. But then, like, okay, if I got 8 total, 4 of each, a couple of them were free. So buy 2, get 3 free. So 3 of them buy 2, get 3 free, and there were 8. So I did get 3 free. I bought 2, get 3. But the other 2, because I had 8 total, they charged me $9.99 per case. And I'm like, why did they do that? That was not nice. They should have called me on the phone and said, hey, Miss Sneed, they're buy 2, get 3 free. So if you don't get the right amount, they're going to charge you $9.99 per case. So now I'm like going to have to get the receipt, drive 30 minutes to Kroger to tell them that my receipt's jacked up. So my question, from what I see, I got charged $30 more. Is it worth driving? Because it's 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. So that's an hour out of my day. Is it worth driving to Kroger to get my $30 or just suck it up as a lesson learned? Let me put my glasses on. You math people, tell me if I'm going to lose money by doing that or am I going to gain money by doing that? What is the call them? You know they're going to tell me to come up there because they're not going to deliver to. If they say, Miss Sneed, if you will go and get two more things of, if you would go and get another case of Mountain Dew and another case of Dr. Pepper, then we'll fix your bill, which means I'm going to have to drive there. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think calling's going to work, but I'll try. I'm like, Joker, do you know, like, but buy two, get three free? That is, you would get 5 cases for $20. That's a good deal. Another thing, in the education center, I got my TV up because I want to run the YouTube all the time on my TV in the education center, because part of me educating is I do want to educate kids. Yes, I agree. The pitfalls of home delivery. Yes. I don't know if I'll do it again, to be honest. So I got my TV up in the education center and I was so excited. And I called Dish Network, which is who we have our cable through. And I asked them, I said, hey, how much would it cost to bring, we have wireless Joeys, which means everything's wireless in our house with the cable. We have cable in every room. And they said it'll cost $7 to get it put into your education center. And I told the lady, I said, it's not in my house. It's a building off my property. And she said $7. And I was like, dang, I'm doing that. So she told me, she said, it's more than 15 minutes, isn't it? I thought the Kroger's like 30 minutes. Anyway, they said it would cost $7. So I said, okay, I want to set up a technician to come out here and put a cable box in my education center. I was so excited yesterday. So they came, she said, well, we have an appointment today, and it was July 4th. I went, yes, bring them out here, because I was going to be home with Larry anyway. So the cable guy came, and when he came, I told him what he wanted. He goes, that's impossible. And I was so disappointed. I went, why? I said, the lady on the phone said it would work. He said, no, the education center is too far from your house to put a wireless Joey in there to pick up cable. I was like, damn, I'm so mad. I'm going to tell you what's happening. This education center is becoming a money pit. And I'm not joking. Because what's happening is, in order to get cable into my education center, I now have to go buy a repeater. And the repeater was like, I looked on Amazon. I talked to this guy that's really good with electronics, and the repeater's like $130. So I went ahead and ordered that, because the repeater has to go on the end of the house so that Wi-Fi can get to my education center. So I've ordered that. So there's another $130. Then I thought, I got the air conditioner. It was $1,200 for the split unit. Well, the air conditioning guy that helped Shane came out here yesterday, and he goes, Shane was at work yesterday, and he goes, Judy, I hate to break this to you, but you're going to have to buy another split unit to go on the other side of your building because this is not going to keep your education center cool when kids start coming in here and leaving the door open. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So now that's another $1,200. And plus I had to pay to have him come out and help Shane install it. So you're looking at like $1,500 now for another split unit. Then it gets even better because it was a shop. It's not like, the garage doors we have to insulate. We either have to buy insulated garage doors, which are $1,000 a piece, or we have to buy spray foam. I think, no, I'm probably saying this wrong. If you're a guy, you're probably like, she's a DA. But we had to buy something that was $500 to put into the garage doors if we didn't spend because Shane was trying to save us money. So he's like, we're just not going to buy insulated doors. I'll insulate these ourselves. So that was $500 to buy whatever he's putting in there to insulate the doors. Well, okay, it keeps getting better. So then the guy that did the air conditioning came and looked, and there's openings all in the ceiling that have to be spray foamed to seal. Do you know how much that crap is? It's like $8-9 for one. Well, we had to buy a case of them. No, more than a case, because Shane spent okay, on the insulation for the doors, that was $500. Then the little spray foam that he had to get to seal it was $9 a can, and he bought 2 cases. And I can't remember how many came into the case. Maybe 12, I guess. Anyway, I'm like, this is becoming a freaking money pit. I said, Shane, this is not working in my budget that I budgeted for this. This is going way over the budget. It's becoming a freaking money pit. So then, what else did we buy yesterday? Hang on. Wait a minute. We spent $500. Oh, he suggested ceiling fans for the education center to circulate the air when we have, multiple people in there. Well, okay, I guess, yes, I could have spent, there are $60, there are $99 fans, yes, but they're 52 inches, okay? And if this is me in my brain, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. I'm not going semi. If I'm going to do this education center and I'm going to invest this money, I'm doing what I want, and I want it right. And I don't want to have any regrets, even when it comes to a ceiling fan. I don't want to have any regrets. Well, the education center is a pretty big building. So I wanted to get 60-inch fans because they're larger. Do you know there's a ceiling fan for $1,000? Who in the heck is going to buy a ceiling fan that is $1,000? But yesterday, when we went to Lowe's, we bought 2 ceiling fans, and we bought that whatever that seal stuff is. I know I'm a girl and I don't know what we bought. Some crap. But we spent $500 yesterday on 2 ceiling fans and the little spray foam crap. I'm like, Shane, this is literally becoming the money pit. This daggum shop is costing a fortune because that doesn't include the tin around the bottom. Now, all the wood that you see on my wall was free. But Shane put a lot of effort because he had to go drive 3 hours because the trees fell at our house. We have another house. It's in Georgiana. and he had to go to the house because 7 trees got hit by a tornado. So he had to take the sawmill 3 hours and saw all those logs in order to get the wood for my education center. So that did not cost me. But I realize I'm a chick. I realize it. Do you, do you know how much? Do you know how much a thing of screws are? I was like, it costs this much money for a box of screws? Are you are you freaking kidding me? This is stupid. We need to be, I told Trina, I said, we need to be making screws and selling them, not sawing logs. We need to be making screws. So then Shane says, Judy, instead of buying the split unit and spending another $1,500, why don't we just make a ceiling, a drop ceiling in the education center? Okay. I don't want that. I do not want. He was saying that we could make a tin, like a rusted tin ceiling, whatever. I want it open. I like it open. I think it's beautiful open. And he's like, Judy, do you know how much money your power bill is gonna be? And I'm just like, are you serious? And then the little air conditioning guy said the same thing. He's like, Judy, this split unit is going to be running wide open all the time, because as soon as you have a birthday party here or a field trip here and these kids leave this door open, you're going to have to go up on your field trips because your power bill is going to be through the roof. So then I came up with this plan. I'm smart. I'm trying to think. I'm like, I'll just get a storm door that automatically shuts. Because I can see right now, because I just have a regular door on there. Can't you see if I have a field trip and let's say there's 20 kids that walk in, that door is going to be open for a minute because kids are not thinking about my power bill, right? Me and Kayla are going to be going, go, 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 hurry, hurry. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that if I buy a storm door that automatically shuts, I think it'll eliminate that problem. But the guy was like, do not get a screen door. You're going to have to get a glass door because those kids are going to go straight through that screen. And I could see that. I could see that being a problem. So there's another added expense is a storm door. I'm going to have to purchase a storm door. But I feel where I was hoping that this education center would have an open house in the fall, it ain't happening. Unless I go rob a bank, it ain't happening. This education center is not going to be completed as quickly as I wanted it to be. It's going to take a minute. Because I'm not a bank. I don't have bukudos of money in my banking account to invest in this education center. I don't. But I want to tell you something as my followers. Thank you. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I've been able to make this education center possible because of you. Do you understand me? It's you that's helped me have this vision and be able to accomplish it. The past 3 months, I have done very well on social media because of you. If you're that person that doesn't leave your house and you feel like maybe you don't have a lot of money, let's just say, and you're like, oh, I wish that I could give. I wished I had Christmas presents to buy my family, but I live on a limited income and I can't afford to donate a family Christmas presents. Stop. When you start doing that negative talk to yourself that I have no money, I wished I could support, let's just say a rescue, I wish I could donate money. I want you to know, you listen to your Aunt Judy. You have bought me an air conditioning. You have bought me screws. You have helped me pay for someone to install my education center. You are helping me buy a storm door. You are helping me pay Kayla to come help me at the farm and not have to do everything myself. It's you. So if you're that person that's on a limited income and says, I wish that I could help, you are helping me by commenting, by liking, by sharing, all those things, by watching my videos. You guys are building an education center. I'm not. You are. I am. Yes, I'm not going to shortchange myself. Okay, listen to me. I'm not going to shortchange myself. I am very disciplined. By what I mean by that is I have been diligent to make sure that you YouTube people are getting videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I spend hours, okay, recording, editing, bringing all the content to you to keep you updated with what is going on in my farm, because I want you to know where your money's being spent. I don't want you to think when you're watching my videos and not supporting, I want you to know where your time and energy is going when you watch my videos. Because I feel like you need to know as a follower what you're doing when you follow creators. You're supporting them. And it's you. Yes, I am disciplined. Yes, every day you see me posted, doing reels, bringing content. I talk about hard crap. Okay. On my lives on Mondays and Wednesdays, I talk about stuff that's hard to talk about. And I am very disciplined to get up in the mornings and think about what I need to present to you to make you dance. I work hard on that. But it's you. You're the one who is helping me do all this. Listen, I don't make enough money off tours and field trips to be able to do what I have been doing. I do not. Okay. If I just did tours and field trips and go to libraries and stuff like that, I would probably just be able to feed my animals. I mean, I would break even, but I wouldn't be able to have a cute coop. I wouldn't be able to go, oh, I want a jail cell for my coop because I want my farm to be, bougie when people come. I want them to go, oh my God, this is the cutest little village. You are the ones who helped me buy that castle coop. So right now, I want you to get your hand like this. Look, get your hand like this. Everybody raise your hand. Raise your right hand and go. Good job, Brenda. Good job, Mary. Good job, Heidi. Good job, Melissa. Good job, Cynthia, because you are the ones. When you see things improving on my farm, you go to the mirror and smile. Don't go, look at Judy go. Judy is doing this. No, it's us. As a matter of fact, there was a follower yesterday that sent me a text message that told me happy July 4th. And I was talking to her because, not that it matters, but like when you see someone all the time commenting, you kind of think you know who they are, like, but then you don't really know. Like, I don't know if you have kids. I don't know if you have a spouse. Like, I know nothing about you. But I realized when I said something, I realized that she was single. She had no kids nor a husband. And she called herself an old maid. I'm like, you're no old maid. But then I sit here and look at her and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, she is supporting my farm, you know? Like, and I think about, someone that's single and has no children, they probably feel all alone. Maybe they have self-doubt. I should have got married. I should have had kids. I should have when I go to social media and they have all these family pictures at Christmas, I don't have that, or whatever. You wonder that. I have no idea what your life is like on the other side. I don't. Just like you know more about me than I know about you, right? And I sit here and think, I told her, I said, you know what? I This is me personally. I feel closer to y'all than I do my own family. And I told her that. I said, you have a family. You have a family right here on social media. Sneed's Farmhouse or whoever you like. I know that I'm going to throw out some big names. Like I'm a Survivor, Sanctuary, Lester and Jamie and their whole Morrow family. They have a following, and I've never asked Lester and Jamie this, but I'm pretty sure if I did ask Lester and Jamie this, they would tell me that they had a family on social media. Same thing with Jason and Brooke from Cog Hill Farm. If I set Jason and Brooke down and said, "Do you feel like your followers are your family?" I guarantee you they would say yes. So if you're that person that says, I don't have a family, all my family's passed away, that's me. My family's passed away. I have a very small family. And sometimes during the holidays, I feel very lonely until I started getting social media. And then I realized that I have a family right here on social media. And I know for a definite fact, if I go live, you're going to show up. Just like, every day I'm going to show up. Like somehow, some way, we're going to make some type of communication. It's either a post or you're going to comment or you're going to share. And I tell you right now, I have not been diligent about responding to people on comments on Facebook or YouTube because it gets hard. It gets hard being open to the public, having, your husband and a dad and trying to respond to everybody that comments. And but I read every single comment, I read. I do. Yesterday, I tried really hard because I had some time on my hands because it was a holiday. And I went to a couple of posts and I responded to people because I was like, I need to be better about that. I need to be better. But understand that Kayla is my right hand man. Okay. When you see Kayla, it's like you're seeing me and Kayla. Okay. Kayla, not that Kayla has all the time in the world to respond to people, but she doesn't have a farm, but she has a daughter that's in softball and she's at the ballpark all the time. And I guarantee if I had a camera follow Kayla around for 24 hours, I guarantee you she would be like this. You know me tell you why? Because she has a family right here on social media. She feels now she knows, the Morrow family. She's met Ellie and Megan. So she has a connection to them. She's met Brooke and Jason. She's met Chestnut Hills. She's met these people and she has a connection to people on Facebook. So and she's always on people's lives and she works hard for Sneed's Farmhouse to represent not just herself, but me and herself. She does. So, shout out to Kayla for being such a good person and responding to you guys. But I just wanted to take the time. I've got to go because I've got to go to the CPA's office. And Kayla's probably, Kayla's not on here because Kayla is on her way to Sneed's farmhouse because Kayla is doing my tour this morning for a follower and her grandkids while I go to the CPA's office. So, hey guys, thank you for my education center. Thank you for my castle coop. Thank you for my jail. And thank you for my peacock enclosure that's fixing to be made. It's because of you that I am where I am. I couldn't do it alone. It takes the backup dancers to help me follow out this mission and this dream that I have to give back and to make a difference in people's lives. I couldn't make a difference if I couldn't have the group home. I couldn't be nonprofit without y'all. I can't do it by myself. I'm not big enough and strong enough. There's one of me. There's one of me. I couldn't do it without you. And I wanted to take the time today to say thank you. Thank you for letting my vision of teaching these kids to get into the moment and have a safe place to come and being in these sober living facilities that come and group homes that come that I can provide a safe place for. It's because of you. So you're helping my vision come true. I love you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm sure I'll see you sometime this weekend. Bye.